Don in London, hello. It's June 5th, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My addictive substance was alcohol, my behaviour, always trying to be perfect and never so. But I strived for perfection because that's what I thought it was all about, to be the best I could. But often I was deploying the wrong measures to make my life work. And much of the measures over the years were about what it looked like on the outside, covering up any fears and putting on a brave face, and materially looking right, with the right place to live, the right amount of money, the right amount of this, that and the other, but always wanting a bit more and never satisfied. And I guess that was because I was chasing the wrong goals in life. And a total reappraisal of my life since I stopped drinking, and I fell off my perch several times, having got to fairly good jobs in the world, and then lost them. And the reason why I lost them, I didn't really feel that I'd actually made a mark, and these days I don't try and make one at all. The idea for me is to live life as best I can and be emotionally, spiritually and physically the sort of average, I guess, making sure I take care of me so I can then take care and be with others, be included in family, society, civilization as best I can. So my videos are really about recovery from being in a place of the problem and moving to the solution. And what helps me most, obviously, for me, is the fellowship of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, a fellowship which daily gives me an opportunity to find out the truth of now. And sometimes the truth of now hurts, because we inadvertently hurt people, and I've done that this week. And it was because I was asked a question and I didn't check whether or not there needed to be an answer to it. I might have been better saying, well, I don't know that, or yes, I don't know that, as simple as that. And there we are. We all make problems, and then we have to find the solution, which is the best thing: to do no harm, let people be where they are, and let myself be where I am. So sad and sorry. That's all right, actually, because it's about finding out the truth of now, and it's not just mine exclusively. So, as I am included, I make mistakes, and I just learn as I go along. And of course, there are consequences to that, and they are as they are right now. So, AA helps me move from the problem to the solution on a daily basis, and there are 720 meetings in London, as I've been advised by a friend. And at every meeting we share the AA preamble, and it's about what it can do and what it can't do, and what it is involved in doing and what it doesn't want any involvement in. So there is only one reason for the fellowship being there, and this is how it goes in the AA preamble shared at every meeting I go to. And it says, Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution. Does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And that comes on a little card like this, available in most meetings I go to, and inside it has the 12 steps, which are the action programme for individuals, and the 12 traditions. If I can get that in there. Yeah, just about see it. But on that single card there you've got the steps. That's for individuals to learn, adopt and live by, if you like. 12 steps of action about changing attitude and changing behaviour. And then there are the 12 steps, the 12 traditions. And steps are about being open and honest and willing to change from the problem to the solution. Traditions are about recovery, unity and service. That is how to keep the fellowship safe so people can find sobriety one day at a time. So, 6th month, 6th step is we're entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character. And defects of character probably means we overuse some of our behaviour, and it's not helpful to ourselves or to other people. So it's called defects in the programme, and that's a language of 70 years ago. So people would say these days, this is a place where I've got room for manoeuvre and development. I can be different, I can change my attitude, and I can change my behaviour. But defects is really about what emotionally goes on in our heads around fear, brave-facing, ego for me. Those are my three top ones, and then you can add every single negative adjective possibly to any situation I might find myself in. And, you know, we learn on a daily basis, or we fail to communicate with ourselves or other people the truth of ourselves. So when we feel hurt, it's often we want to run away and hide from it, or actually absent ourselves. And sometimes it's a good idea, which is what I'm doing in relation to a particular situation. No matter what I do, I cannot make it right. So there we are. You know, the learning lesson is, even though we wish it to be right, and we're never meant to do that, and it's absolutely against our nature to hurt another human being, it's so easy to do, and that is often how the road to hell is described. It is the road to hell. That is good intent. So I'm learning, I'm human, and I cannot put it right on my own, so there we are. In this book, Daily Reflections, part of the AA literature pack, of which there are many, and it's again choosing what you like and not going with things you're not so sure about. But it says here, entirely ready for June 5th. This is the step, and this is step 6, that separates the men from the boys, and if it was written now, it would be the women from the girls, I guess. The difference between the boys and the men is the difference between striving for a self-determined objective and for the perfect objective, which is God. It is suggested that we ought to become entirely willing to aim toward perfection. The moment we say no, never, our minds are closed against the grace of God, or good conscience, or whatever it is you consider to be your higher power. This is the exact point at which we abandon limited objectives and move toward God's will for us, or good conscience, or be open to the ideas that are around us from other people, and to be included. So it's about opening up and not trying to get our self-will run riot, or put on a brave face, remain in fear, and live with a brittle ego which can be punctured at any moment. And sometimes I think that is me. It goes on to say, am I entirely ready to have God remove these defects of character, or open me up to the areas of development in my attitude and behaviour? And the answer is yes, but I have to say so daily, because I can go backwards very quickly and say, I don't like this, I don't believe it, I want to go back to denial. And it says here, did I know, or do I know, at long last, that I cannot save myself? Yes. Have I, and I have come to believe that I cannot? Yes. If I'm able, if my best intentions go wrong, if my desires are selfishly motivated, and if my knowledge and will are limited, then I am ready to embrace God's will for my life. I think I've read that wrong, but in essence, for me, what it means is, sometimes we do go a bit on, don't I? But the essence for me is, if I let the world in, as if I can't stop it, or I can stop it. If I let the world in, I get more information from people around me. So if God is truth, God is love, and God works through people, then I'm okay. I'm on to a winner. And a winner in being normal, not in the sense of being better or worse than other people, just making my life more understandable and the possibilities more open. If I control it, self-will run riot, obsess, I'll go isolated, get away from what can help me, and that is the truth of now. So I need information and to be included to find the truth of now, and that's the gift of step 6. And in this book, willingness is the key, according to as Bill sees it, and you can read as many of these a day as you like, just in case you're having trouble connecting with the real world. No matter how much one wishes to try, exactly how can he turn his will over and his own life over to the care of whatever God he thinks there is? A beginning, even the smallest, is all that is needed. Once we have placed the key of willingness in the lock and have the door ever so slightly open, we find that we can always open it some more. Through self-will, though self-will may slam it shut again, as it frequently does, it will always respond to the moment we again pick up the key of willingness. And that's me. I need to keep that key of willingness open, or I will fall flat on my face over and over again. So serenity and acceptance is around God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to learn the difference just one day, well, sometimes 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour. And that's it for now.